haven't seen him, no. That's brilliant. Well, like a lady coming out.
Here we are.
Just use shotguns on Nuke. That's obviously the strat.
Game's alive.
Yep, the game's alive. So
some sort of plow strat's coming.
That's the other thing. Even though Nico has like the same amount of kills as Get Right, almost, he has got loads of his kills, like knife, shotgun, pistols. Yeah, he's been all over the place.
No, I mean he's a really versatile player, and like his Deagle play, insane pistol play, insane can rifle. Like
speaking of versatile players, Skadoodle, he actually played for Curse and he played for Iber Park. He played for Cloud9, so versatile player. He's done a lot in his career, what can I tell you?
So just a AK on Tarek right now. The rest all on a save.
Looking like we could be going overtime here, boys.
Oh, not an OT.
Haven't had enough of those this week.
I know, innit?
Tarek doesn't have a huge amount of money, so I think that might have been a mistake.
Oof. Oh, there
it's a
it
big
is.
mistake now as Shroud comes in with a flash on Kenny. But it's going to be too little too late as Nico picks up Hiko. That was a clay pigeon shot down there.
I mean, obviously it's all fun and games, but if it does go to overtime, I feel like Simple and Hiko might get a little bit triggered, guys.
Yeah.
What are they actually... No, listen. What are they actually doing in an overtime situation for this? Because you can't have the All-Star game potentially run over forever.
I think on the big speaker they just say, everyone lost, go home please, everyone. Please don't litter.
There are no winners.
Yeah.
The war is over.
Yeah, it's 15-14, so match point for America in the All-Star game.
See what the way American teams throwing away match points here.
Hold your breath, everyone.
Will not do.
I know this would actually be bad for the crowd. I don't think they'd enjoy this at all. I think, but surely you settle OT, they just have a knife fight or something.
Like 1v1.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah. So how it should all be sound.
Of course, they've got to get to overtime first, of course. But,
might do so. Picked up one, couldn't get the second. Hiko replies. And now Rain got control of this upper bomb site. He does pick up the first and the second. Nicely done. Can't get the third. Shroud now is alone. 1v3.
There we go.
For all the marbles.
Now, if this was FPL,
oh my goodness,
the round would already be over.
Oh, he's going to do it, though. He's flicked him already. He's going to have a chance at this.
He can get this kill.
See if he can find the first.
There's one.
Did get one. Can he get a second? No, he can't.
Overtime.
And triggered.
It's kind of fitting Nico gets the last kill to send it to overtime.
And it's 15.
So how many rounds did everyone actually get on the T set? Was it like 3 or something?
4.
Oh, 4. Okay. So,
yeah. So about the same.
So about that banter, guys.
Yeah.
Very, very T-sided map now.
Pre-match analysis, not on point at all. We don't know what
But we're learning about Nuke.
Yeah, which is the main
much
thing.
as many of these players are.
Oh, there's that sign again. Security, please. Please get rid of it. Don't read it, Paul. Because it'll be in your brain.
I think that's Mekon out of isn't that a poster of Mekon out of Dander?
How are the sales of the Brutal Savage Wrecked? There's that sign again. Security, please. Please get rid of it. Don't read
You
it, Paul.
nearly had some as well.
Yeah, it'll be in your brain.
I think that's Mekon.
Didn't do your sign.
If you guys are out there looking for some merchandise, it is a cafe press, so you can get yourself a Brutal Savage Wrecked thong, Brutal Savage Wrecked deodorant.
I'll tell you what, if you're wearing a thong around Red Eye, you are going to get Brutal
Do they
Savage
have?
Wrecked.
Is there a Brutal Savage Wrecked bow tie? That's my question.
Sadly not.
No.
Sadly not.
You missed the trick there.
I have. You're right.
That one spins round when he tells his jokes. The old get out of jail card. The old flappy dicky boy.
So 15 all. Are we actually going to do this?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't think anyone planned for this contingency.
No.
So.
Okay, so we are going to have.
We are really doing this.
We are going to find a winner.
We just heard from the director. He's like, "Yep, we're doing it. Strap yourselves in, boys. 50 overtimes. This should be knife only."
Yeah, 1 round, knife only. Winner decided.
Yeah, ask the crowd. Do you want to see a knife only round to settle this? Yeah. Yeah. Right. Director, the crowd have spoken.
I mean, it has to be Simple versus Nico if we look at the game.
Yeah.
These are the guys who've got the knives and
send out your champion.
So 1 Zeus, a knife. That's all they're allowed.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Or a Zeus fight. 1v1 Zeus fight.
Let's make this
that's going to be a bit hard.
And you only have 1 shot.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
what happens if they both miss?
Like a French duel, you know. If you miss, you reload. Your second comes in.
Okay.
700-800 dueling rounds.
Incredibly on point, mate.
I don't think we're allowed to make the rules as we go along.
No, this is... Come on.
I don't think we're allowed to.
We want the knife round. That's what we're here to see.
Knife round or riot.
There you go. Knife round or riot.
Neither of those options are good.
Security, throw out that kid. Throw that kid all the way out.
He said the R word. Remove him from the premises.
Yeah, and stamp on his sign on the way out as well. Yep. Did I go out loud?
Listen, guys, don't leave any signs on the floor when Richard's around.
Oh, God. Stop.
So anyway, DreamHack Mammo next week.
Can't wait for you to be the best man at my wedding, Torrent.
That's actually a warm-up on my speech right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful play by Tarek down the stairway on Nico to start us off.
That was almost a stairway to heaven, like when I was a young man, and that song came out. I thought, this place is going places if that young bottom can keep his habits under control.
We all know that bloody ending. Dead now, of course.
Said, listen, bottom, keep up. I'm on doubles here. Dance reference, of course.
180. Brilliant. Oh! So, the no scope from Penny S. Kenwright picks up another one.
There we go.
So, America winning the first. And we are going to play through, I think, all of the overtime rounds. So, first to 19.
As I said, just feel sorry for the Team Liquid players here. It's like, even if it is a bit of fun, you know.
Yeah, this is too soon, right?
Yeah, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, too soon. Genuinely feel for them.
I mean, yeah, fair play to them. They've taken on the chin like an absolute champ.
No, and they're playing the game.
Why is someone holding a tiny effigy of Scoops and shaking it around? That's just inappropriate.
No, it was actually Scoops.
You know, I once said to Scoops, you're kind of like the esports Yoda. He said, what, because I'm kind of like wise now. I was like, no, wizened, old. And I think they're going to use CGI and use you in the next one, mate.
Boo!
Can we all have a boo for Scoots? Boo! Scoots, boo!
No.
Let's go.
Oh.
Boo Scoots, boo him!
That's what you're doing!
What are you doing?
We've got to work with him on the deck. Did you like that All-Star game, Scott? Did you like that? Oh,
he is a legend, though.
Yeah, he is. There we go.
Yeah, we love Scoots.
We do love Scoots. We do love Scoots. Unreal.
We only say mean things because we like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like me and Adrian. Sort of.
I wonder what the percentage of the game we've actually covered today is.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Pretty low,
get
right?
With a couple here. He's got a brace so far.
Are we going to get... Oh.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. At least they know my name,
Yeah,
mate.
boots on the other foot now.
They know my name, mate.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like they're all doing this major in Brazil, mate. Hostile crowd.
I always wanted to experience the Katowice crowd, but I feel like now I've got kind of a taste of what it would have been like if I'd gone on that day one. You know? Can we get the crowd to do a huge cover? Come on, guys.
No.
Learning other languages as we go.
So, final round of the first half of overtime, and we are tied up. So, who has the advantage going in? Ideally, Europe, because they're on the CT side. If they don't, then I think America will be in a very good position to win this All-Star game.
Well, we've seen it so far how incredibly hard it is to hold the outside area, actually, because obviously it's so open. Even if you're in the warehouse, they can just come over the top.
Yeah, it's much
It actually
harder.
makes me wonder what would happen
much
if you
harder.
had this as a competitive game, because I think it'd be very hard to figure that out.
I don't think you can play Mac the same way as you would do before with the AWP, where you were relatively safe.
When do you think this will get reintroduced into competitive?
I asked Shroud, he said about 3 months ago, so... Well, players always know what they're talking about.
I think maybe there was more wishful thinking, though.
Then again, Shroud told me nothing was becoming the in-game leader of Cloud9. So, another lie.
See.
Why isn't Stewie 2K in this game?
Yeah, no.
Where is he? I'd like to see him do that in an all-star game.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, mate. He just keeps coming round.
So we are heading. We are.
There we go.
Right.
Spotted.
Nico.
Yeah, and that's the bomb. So Europe advantage.
Advantage Europe from the first half, as you'd expect. Picking up 2 of the 3.
11
rounds.
kills though for Makaleli.
Yeah, well,
11 kills.
it's incredible.
I'm just going to put this out there. I don't think he's in particularly the best place.
Doesn't look like he cares, does he?
Now. No. And I don't blame him either. I mean, he's having a tough time. Get right's on 34, by the way.
So now we know that we need to have substitutes as well for All-Star games. Things we're learning on the fly here.
I think what we've learned is just don't vote Makaleli into all-star games. Square brackets when he's feeling depressed. remove if optional.
Yeah, 34 kills, get right, 31 for Nico, 26 for Kenny S, and 24 for Rain.
Someone with
Slovakian flag there.
And on the
Here we go. What have we got there? Loving that face. That's awesome.
Look at the new Liquid logo.
Yeah. That is classic.
New Liquid logo there.
Whoever came up with that sign, get yourself. I'll buy you a drink. Awesome.
I mean, they really did encompass Team Liquid, the spirit of iBuyPower, with those two incredible throws.
Yeah, I think, you know, yeah.
Historical reference game on point. Valve specifically asked me to mention that during the major at some point.
Thorin. We've had issues with Thorin before. Thorin isn't us, and we're never working with him again.
Yeah, well,
unfortunately, though,
I don't think we need to worry about that, guys.
Luckily, though, people have learned. Don't banter with me over social media, because listen, there'd be a response from me as well. It wouldn't be a very measured, long split. It'd be tweets. So, listen, Gabe, let's not get crazy, mate.
Makalele, you can see what he thinks of.
But he is doing one of his faces. He is good at doing those funny faces. Come on, give us another one. Will he oblige the crowd? No, just
come on.
Smile. There we
Give
go.
us the smile. There
the way he contorted his face,
there
like Barishnikov in his prime.
There.
He's doing Kenny S's eyes.
Stop.
Listen, he's having some fun with his teammate. I like it. I think it's sound, if you ask me. It's all safe as houses, as the MYM League of Legends player said. Shout out to Corey.
Right, come on, let's get this. So what's the pause for?
Tactics chat.
They can't be talking
Probably a
tactics
technical problem. Hiko had to adjust his wallet there. He actually uses his wallet as like the mouse cord holder, and it's very, very full. So sometimes it'll get out of position and he can't budge his mouse over again. Look at it. Look at that thing. The wallet, obviously. Look how bulging it is.
There it is.
Tearing at the seams of the clothing. And there's the wallet.
So much Skrilla.
I know. I haven't seen a man just roll in Skrilla that much since myself.
I thought you were going to say Scrooge McDuck.
They wouldn't know. That would be reference game.
Scrooge McDuck, obviously. Amazing.
Basically, that intro to DuckTales is like Hiko in the morning getting up. He just does it and he jumps into the pool of money.
Has a swim.
That's actually the Greek myth of how Hiko became such a great clutch player. His mother took him and held him by the ankles and dipped him into a pool of pure Skrilla. And then only his Achilles heel could be damaged, which obviously was his love for his teammates.
Yeah.
In the end, it was love that killed the beast, Richard.
Now you sound like Sadakis.
Listen, it's Taylor's oldest time.
Yeah. Let's get...
I'm surprised you didn't make more of that, actually. Anyway, last 3 rounds, potentially, of the game, of course, because we could end up with another overtime, I suppose. It's 17-16 to Europe. The Americans now switched over to the CT side. Tarek holding upper. Along with Hiko, Shroud is currently in ramp room. And Kenny S is picking out Skadoodle from heaven.
Which, to be fair, that would have been an accomplishment last year, maybe. Yeah. Easy now, of course.
Simple.
Of course, you won't see Skadoodle in heaven for a while. Up there on Cloud 9. But, you know, very much come down, back down to earth, Rich.
Yep.
David Bowie reference. Man who fell to earth. He knows.
He knows.
He knows. Listen, I'm trying to, mate. The game won't end. This is my idea of hell. Where's my Twitter?
He hasn't been able to tweet for at least an hour now. He's getting withdrawal symptoms. Shroud now with a couple. Kenny S and Michael Lady now trying to make their way into the lower bomb site. One man is down there already. Kenny S trying to cover him from the back, both with orbs.
Yeah, this is
completely the wrong play. Oh, through the door. A little damage done. And is Michael Lady going to try and chase him down? He is. And meanwhile, Kenny's going to try and get this bomb planted in the smoke.
Yeah,
3v2.
Definitely going to get it down. So, and the both doubled up there.
Oh.
Right straight to the welcome wagon, though.
And
that's
2.
That. So simple. Cleans it up.
It does, and we'll be all square again.
17-17.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, you know. We haven't been able to get in any historic favourite phrases. I really was looking for that wham bam Shazam moment.
Aren't we all?
Famous quote, famous last words.
It's 10 to 2. You're in the nightclub, looking for some wham bam, Shazam. Not like Shazam.
Wham bam, thank you, man. Wrong type of club.
Yeah, no. Yeah, let's not do that. There's some very early commentators that would use some very interesting phrases. That was one of them.
Who actually coined that?
That was Warwick.
It was Warwick. Yeah, it was Warwick.
Yeah. The Castle Orphans.
Missed. He was awesome.
Yeah, he was great.
Talking about him like he's dead. I'm sure he's still.
No, he's still there. He's still there. He's still out there.
He had that voice here, and I'll try to do it in his style. He was like, coming in at the... no, what's the tone of it? It's something like...
Wow, that was so bad.
What was that one?
I'm trying to think of what the tone of his voice was.
Painkiller, when he was doing Painkiller.
Yeah, what was he doing?
We'll come back.
Well, he did like the really American voice, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Coming in at the... I can't do that, actually. It's been a long time since I heard his voice.
Tough crowd.
Problem is they wouldn't know who it is anyway.
Get it right, it's been...
There's nothing too cast, mate.
Get right, sneaking around on the outside there. He's done this a few
Rain's
times.
going to have a chance here.
Yeah, here we go.
But does he know that the guy's back? They're going to presumably both see him in a second anyway, so let's see what Hiko can do.
Let's going to put... No, yeah.
Get right on a 1v4 right now.
America in the lead now.
The first.
And there we are.
Match point. Match point again.
This time it's the other way around.
Double overtime. It's coming in.
Yeah.
Double overtime. And get that knife round ready.
I mean, Hiko's going to be sitting there thinking, come on.
What is that guy doing?
Which one?
The one in the American bodysuit.
All right.
Keeps doing electric boogaloo. It's unreal. Yeah, don't hold the USA flag upside down. Although we're all in distress at the moment during this broadcast. So
here we go, then, final round of the first overtime, at least. Anyway, we might even be heading for a second one right now. America needs this round, and we'll claim the All-Star game. The All-Star game at the majors. It's Kenny has to start things off though. Michael Lady following back up.
It's happening, guys.
Oh my goodness! Now,
oh, no.
Two back from Scooter doing simple though. 3v3. That burn up on high.
Probably should have thrown that smoke onto there.
And look at Simple coming around here.
Nice.
Oh, this could be really, really nice. Bomb has been planted now. And the retake now has to come in. Skadoodle up high. Simple waiting. Irma's going to be joined by Tarek. They're going to push together here. Or not. One is Squeaky, one is actually it's Kenny S who does get the first bit of damage done. He's not going to win the battle though. Simple somehow wins that one. Nico's come back round behind and finished off Simple as well.
Here it is.
Oh my goodness, Nico with a triple, and we've tied back up at 18-all. You didn't want to watch the grand final anyway,
guys,
did
seriously, if you want to get out here, get to the final, knife. That's all champ knife. Get the knife round good.
Is it good to have a baying crowd shout knife, Richard?
I haven't really thought about it.
Just saying.
Did need more thought.
Yeah.
And obviously, if we do get the knife round, what should have to happen is the other players should have to all be in the server as well, but surround them in a circle so they can't escape. And then we will just do that chant of...
No one watched original William Shatner Star Trek.
That was one of the early episodes as well, wasn't it?
I'll wager 500 quatloos on the newcomer.
It's good, right? That was a legendary scene, right? Reference game, incredibly on point.
I feel like I'm fighting the Gorn right now. This is unreal. But yeah, come on. We've got to have a knife round, guys. A lot of these players, yeah, sure, they're enjoying being in an arena.
You know when you were a kid,
careers,
and if you didn't have a lot of money, you grew up in a working class background, your mum would cut your hair with a bowl on your head. Actually, Nico's mum only had, those tins for making bread. Banana bread. So you got to listen. You make do with what you can in those times. You scrape together. We've all been there, Rich. We've all had a haircut by our mums. And then you go in the next day, everyone's saying, "Hey, banana bread head." You go, "Oh, bloody hell! I am sick at this game, though." They go, "Nerd," because you see, gaming wasn't as big back then. It wasn't mainstream.
I think it's a nice haircut myself. A little envious.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not bad.
At least he has
got some locks.
Yeah, at least he has a style.
Tell you what. He'll be sad to leave those locks behind, Richard, like P. Diddy.
So, just so people get an update
Too good for you
here,
there. Too good for you there.
the producer says we are fighting to get this knife round up and going. Because, see, the question is, how do you do with a knife round? There you
Everyone
go.
do a knife motion in the air as well. Knife, knife, knife,
right.
knife. Do the knife motion. Do the knife motion. Stop, people. Do the knife motion. It's my dream, Richard. I'm going to take over this country now, mate.
And it's going to be another serious OT. So,
Not more Counter-Strike.
someone's going to have to step this up.
I've never said this when I've been watching an American team before, but can someone just lose already?
So we are back into OT2 then. And again, America switches over to the CT side. Already picked up 2.
Right. I'm gonna have to take over this broadcast, I think. Need to get some meaningless play-by-play on. Constantly.
We haven't had enough of that.
Yeah.
Been too much meta-contextual, pop culture references, mainly from the 60s to the 70s.
Hey, steady on. Wasn't quite that early.
Come on.
I mean, Richard made one literally to 1920s Dan Dare the other day.
Yeah, I know.
And then wondered why
Wow.
even Scoots didn't know what he was talking about.
Point blank range shot from
misses that
Kenny F.
no-scope.
Does miss the no-scope. So Tarek's picked that off, and we're back to Nico on his own again.
Now, this would be incredible, obviously, if he could pull this off.
Yeah.
He's going to have a chance at the first one, though. Did he see the first guy up there?
Yeah, it did.
But he's purposely not doing it. He's playing poker, as they say, in the CIS region. There's one, there's 2. Can he make it a 3rd? He doesn't know where the other 2 are, though. That's what he's worried about. 30 seconds left, though. That's the problem, obviously.
Yeah, it's got the bomb, though.
He's going to have to go pretty quick. Sadly, I think he's just waiting to see if he can
Yeah,
kill the
he's
ball.
trying to game them here. See if he's going to get the peak out of main, too. Yeah, there it is. Shroud picks it up, so round on the board for America again.
Tell you what, the way he was trying to game the system there reminded me of when Bush and the Diebold voting machines, early 2000s, conspiracy theory reference game on point there, Rich.
Yeah, just accuse the country.
Do a recount, that's all I'm saying. It's not too late.
All right, Michael Moore.
If there was a recount... Let's have a look at it.
Really, you've got to try and take all 3 rounds here on the CT side, and then hope they can take 1 on the T side. I mean, I still think it is a lot easier.
It's definitely easy.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that from the
Obviously, they're just having a bit of
actually,
fun
it
here
looks
as well,
like.
but
I mean, you can see how also easy it is to shut down. I
They're
think,
very good for the CT, so...
yeah, I think the reason everyone was complaining about it was just because, you know, it was a new map and people were literally just sort of 5-man rushing and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean,
Obviously,
remember
here it-
when Overpass came out, everyone was like,
Yeah, exactly.
Dude.
You know, we've seen with like Cash, for example,
Yeah,
at
Cash
this
was pretty
tournament.
successful.
You know how the meta just actually does change. You know, like
I'm completely inverted at that.
yeah, exactly. Like if the average amount of rounds you're getting on a map like Cash, which is traditionally CT sided, is now up to 10, then you know.
He's going to have to do a lot here. He's got a lot of time still. He has got an
Come
AWP.
on, let's be real. Makalele's not
No,
there.
that is the problem, isn't
Yeah.
it? And obviously there's another way you can get up on there. That's actually one of the main things about the map. There's so many ways you can get up to the top level. Whereas the whole thing about Nuke was if you had that advantage of being up there, it's a lot more difficult to do
What?
it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go for the face. 360 no scope.
You're going to have a bunch of map points now, aren't they? Oh, that's the next one.
Yeah,
Only
next
a point,
one will
right.
take it a match point. So North America actually might do this now.
Simple on 34
Because the money,
kills.
the money's low. We've got a couple of Tech 9s coming in. They want to. Has Nico got a rifle? Yeah, Nico's got a rifle, so
Yeah.
there's still hope.
Kenny Michaeloli with the Tech 9s.
And Get Right's had one of those like sleeper games that he tends to have.
Yeah,
right? Where he
just
just gets lots of
carrying on.
kills.
26 kills, no bother.
Unspectacular, but
Yeah, just picking them up.
yeah. So let's see where they're going to go this time. Are they just going to do something fast? So I think that's what's been missing from the game, really.
Well, I think the trouble is, of course, it needs a little bit of chemistry and strategy
Yeah.
to make these T-side work, and it's difficult if you haven't got
And
it.
you can see as well, this is interesting, because obviously in Counter-Strike Source and 1.6 you didn't have Molotovs,
No.
right? Like to sort of think about. And they've reworked this radio room, and it still looks like you can shut it down
It's-
pretty
it's
easy with
still-
just one Molotov.
But
you
it's
know?
still really
one
tough.
Molotov or
Yeah.
one smoke. You know?
Really, really tough. One of the other challenges was down low. We've seen it with that little room gone on the left-hand side, which everyone used to hide in.
Yeah. So
And a way of getting back out of there on the right-hand side, as you look at the bomb site low, you can actually get back around behind the vents now as well, which is really good. It's not a dead end. So I'm interested to see how this all.
I think part of the problem as well is that not in a real game, if the first person dies when he goes in on the terrorist side, someone rushes in
you want to take an advantage.
But at the moment they're just like, oh, wait back, still got
Well, this is actually smart play what they're doing here. You know, where you just control. Oh, nearly got the headshot. Where you sort of just hold the map, you just control the areas, and you wait for the CT rotations. So you take what's a 5v4 advantage, turn it into a 5v3 advantage. That's what you want to be doing really on the map, just in general. There's no need to overcommit if you've got time on the clock. So.
Still looking for this round. Which way is it going to go?
Haven't seen much from Skadoodle this game. There we go.
Here we are.
Going to see it now. It's got one.
1v1.
Skadoodle versus Get Ryan. Skadoodle will clutch the round. All three go to the America team. They need one more.
Yep, America going to put you all out your misery. Why do we have Ric Flair chants? Never understood it. At a Counter-Strike event.
So it's three match
doing it. Look how tilted he is, and you're winning.
That's what happens, though. He's a perfectionist.
I mean, in some way, Paul reminds me of Ric Flair, actually. Obviously, the nature boy, he's got that flair about him, known for his calls, refuses to retire.
Wow.
But a legend of the game. A legend. There we go. You got it back at the end.
Oh, too sweet.
So this could be the one. So America here, they're sort of spread out around the map. They're looking for some early picks, get some early map control. You can see the CTs are in some, elevated positions, just trying to cut everything off. I don't think that smoke's actually going to do too much there. I think, just going to take the hook window up. KS does get that first pick. So Europe fighting, and then Shroud's going to come into the hut and even it up by taking out Get Right. So, nice.
No,
Nico with another knife, just stealth knife, missed that one.
Yep.
And it's on Simple. Don't get triggered there, Simple. Flashbacks, of course.
They have been the most enjoyable.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think Nico and Simple have sort of entered into the spirit of what an All-Star game's about, and they are trying to, style on each other and get some bragging rights. Everyone else is kind of doing it, and that's a good trade there. Shroud was actually low HP, able to get the kill on Nico, so this is going to give...
I mean, it's one thing when Get Right and Hiko are going around, so that is their style of play, but people like Kenny S, I think to some degree, like Tarek a bit. These are supposed to be flashy players, they're supposed to be diving out there, going for the. I think they've been playing a little bit too passively, just trying to win the game actually in a bad way, as opposed to you go for the flashy players in the All-Star game. You want to have the clip that everyone remembers.
Yep. So Hiko's actually managed to get up into heaven here, and he's coming around. He's going to get on the Makalele. He's going to get that first kill. Of course, he is Makalele.
2v2 for the game, man.
Crash test dummy. Here we go. Oh wow! Rain with a spray. Hiko with a trade. But the nade from downtown is going to take out Kenny S. So we've got at least one more round to go here. So we'll see if they're able to shut out. Another overtime here, which would be man alive. So
literally, I think Duncan's actually twitching right now.
No, look,
he needs some sort of
they need to do here,
Twitter
sport
to him.
Yep, so I was going to say, Skadoodle's going to take an AK here. So this is actually an important round because I'm joking about the overtime. The overtime's likely if America don't win this because of the way the economy's going. So they haven't even invested into an AWP here, and that could be problematic. So yeah, it looks like they are going to do a fast rush. But there you go, there's those Molotovs again, shutting down the hut, but they managed to get out through the squeaky door. Yeah, Rain having a peek here. Tarek's going to get that first pick. You can see that Get Right tip in heaven. He's going to throw a Molotov down onto the site.
Kenny S in the smoke. Yeah, Get Right biding his time.
And he's missed it, he's whiffed it. So America in a good position.
Yeah, this is ideal. We're going to get a black bomb down, all these weapons. Get Right comes in now.
Get Right's got the bomb.
3 to find.
Yep. So
just 3 players. Simple's going to come in. Is he going to get a second here? He tried to get 2. He does get the second. 2 knives for Simple. And Mike Kalele now is the last man alive that can stop America winning the All-Star game. It's not going to happen. And the winners of the All-Stars, Team America.
See, that's the spirit of the All-Star.
Yeah, exactly.
Game,
that's what you're supposed to be doing. I'll tell you what, right?
Styled on him.
This entire event, Simple has got to be the standout players here. There's the USA champ.
Right? MVP for me. I mean, just purely on style application, not just in the All-Star game, but all the way through. He's done it even in the other games.
And this is the thing, you talk about like how he's sort of embraced, the American culture and ingratiating himself over the crowd. That was like unthinkable for Simple doing that like a few years ago.
And also, I thought a great moment was, even though he is this young guy, he's not always as socially aware. he knew exactly the moment within that game when he did he hyped the he kind of read the room and that's and obviously that's another thing. We'd never seen him on the really big stage. You don't know. Sometimes those guys who were cocky, they shut down a bit, you know. But no, he was loving it. He was in his element, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even the point where he got up and high-fived Higo. I mean, I think probably admin had to warn him or something, because I don't think you're allowed to do that normally. But it just shows that kind of passion and the vibrance of these guys. Great. I really look forward to see where his career goes.
Yeah, and obviously on the European side of things, Get Right's the old master, but you know, Nico's showing he belongs in this type of company, and I do wonder what's going to happen after this major for him, because obviously you've got Mouse Sports underachieving again, not getting that legendary status, and he's got to be one of the most sort of highly sought players right now. Every time someone's got a vacancy to fill, everyone's saying you've got to get Nico in there. Now obviously Mouse Sports have got to keep him and build a team around him, but I think they've got to make changes, or Nico's got to get smart and get himself into another team.
Good to see Slasher made it to the event after all there, Rich.
Yeah, you look
in the background with his camera.
Yeah, look.
Getting back to the old school roots of journalism. Yeah, so, love you.
But yes, I mean, you want to talk about All-Star games. Obviously, some people rose to the occasion, other people are just sort of treating it like a puggy game. But Simple and Nico, for me, have really stood out here today. And they are star players. They live up to the name.
Well, thank you very much, gents. We do have an interview with Mr. Simple himself, who's with Chris on the stage.
Simple! Let's teach these Brits how to get this crowd rolling. USA! 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 That's what I'm talking.
They're playing another final against Navi. I wish good luck for both teams.
Good guys, Simple guys, and we are going to have a great match for all of you when we return. It's Brazil versus the CIS. Luminosity takes on Navi when we return.
People, they know me as the headshot machine. They know me from the highlights they see. They know me from the matches they watch. They talk about my one-taps, and I think for me, aiming is so easy. I just go into a match and that's it. But my aim, it comes from more than just the game. For me, aim, it is about precision. This part, people don't see. This part, it does not show up in highlights. When I sit down to play, everything already is a part of me.